Welcome back to Ask Susan. Today's question is one that many parents and pet owners can probably relate to. Can a family pet teach children about financial responsibility? My short answer is yes.
Hooray!
When parents intentionally involve children in caring for a pet, those experiences can teach valuable life lessons that often carry into adulthood. So now let's be honest. Many parents have welcomed a pet into the family with grand promises from their children. I'll feed him every day. I'll walk her after school. I'll clean the cage. And sometimes those promises last exactly 1 week. And before long, mom and dad are doing most of the work. But when you follow through and involve your children in the caring for a family pet, it creates opportunities to teach important life lessons. One of the first lessons is consistency. A pet needs care every single day, not just when it's convenient, not just when you're in the mood. Every day. The dog still needs to be fed on rainy mornings. The cat still expects dinner during summer vacation. The hamster doesn't know when you're busy with your homework. Children quickly learn that responsibility isn't something you just do occasionally. It's something you do consistently. And that lesson applies directly to financial success. Building wealth isn't usually the result of one great financial decision. It's often the result of many small, consistent actions repeated over time. Saving regularly, paying bills on time, contributing to retirement accounts, living within your means. Consistency matters in both pet ownership and financial planning. Pets also teach accountability. When a child forgets a responsibility, there are visible consequences. The water bowl remains empty, the dog waits by the door for a walk, the pet depends on someone following through all the time. That creates an understanding that actions matter. Financial decisions work the same way. Spending decisions matter, saving decisions matter, planning decisions matter. Children who learn accountability early often develop a stronger appreciation for the consequences of their choices later in life. Another lesson pets can teach is planning. Every pet comes with costs: food, veterinary care, toys, lots of toys, grooming, lots of treats, training, and boarding. Unexpected medical expenses. Families who involve children in age-appropriate conversations about these expenses help them understand something very important. Everything we value requires resources. That doesn't mean children need to worry about household finances, but they can begin to understand that choices involve trade-offs. If the family spends money on one thing, it may mean spending less somewhere else. If a pet needs medical care, that becomes a priority. These simple conversations help children develop an early understanding of budgeting and financial decision-making. And perhaps the most important lesson is commitment. Pets aren't short-term projects. They depend on us for years. Responsible pet ownership requires thinking beyond just today. It requires considering future needs and long-term responsibilities. In many ways, that's exactly what financial planning is. Financial planning is simply making decisions today with tomorrow and the future in mind. It's preparing for needs before they arrive. It's understanding that our future depends on the choices we make now. Of course, a pet won't teach a child how to create an investment portfolio or calculate retirement income, but it can help develop the habits that make financial success more likely. Responsibility, consistency, accountability, planning, patience. Those qualities serve people well throughout life in all aspects of life. So does growing up with pets help children develop a good foundation for financial responsibility? I believe they can, if handled correctly, because they help your children develop the character traits and habits that support good decision-making in every area of life, including finances. Sometimes the lessons that matter most don't come from a textbook. Sometimes they come from a furry friend waiting at the door, reminding us that the things we value most require care, commitment, and consistency. And those are lessons worth learning. So thank you for joining me this month's Ask Susan column. If you have a question you'd like me to answer in the future column, podcast, or video, I'd love to hear from you. And make sure to subscribe to our newsletter, our YouTube channel, and weekly financial flash report. I'll see you next month. Thank you for watching. Ask Susan is an educational column created by Styles Financial Services. SFSI is an SEC, fee-only RIA in Minnesota. Information presented is to be used for conversational purposes only, with the intent to spark a dialogue between you and your financial professional to see if it pertains to your own unique circumstances. This is not the receipt of or a substitute for personalized advice from Styles Financial or any other investment professional, and is not intended as an offer of solicitation for the sale or purchase of any specific securities, investments, or investment strategies. Styles Financial Services is not a law firm or accounting firm, and no portion of this program should be interpreted as legal, accounting, or tax advice. Viewers are encouraged to seek advice from a qualified tax, legal, or investment advisor to determine whether any information presented may be suitable for their specific situation.